We must first understand that the greatest battles in life are not fought on the outside, but within. The war between our higher self and our impulses, between rationality and emotion, between discipline and laziness, this is the true battleground where legends are forged. The modern world conditions people to seek comfort, to avoid hardship, and to indulge in distractions that keep them weak and dependent. But those who aspire to greatness must reject this path entirely. To become superhuman is not about achieving something supernatural. It is about becoming the master of your mind, your emotions, and your destiny. It is about training yourself to rise above the average, to cultivate a mindset so powerful that no external force can break your spirit. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This one idea is the foundation of all superhuman ability. The ordinary man blames circumstances, luck, and other people for his failures, but the Stoic superhuman takes radical responsibility. He understands that while he cannot control the external world, he has absolute control over how he responds to it. And this response is everything. When others see obstacles, he sees opportunities. When others crumble under pressure, he becomes sharper, stronger, and more resilient. Imagine a man standing in the middle of a storm. The wind howls, the rain lashes against his skin, and yet he does not move. While others run for shelter, he embraces the chaos, knowing that it is in this moment of discomfort that he is truly alive. This is the essence of the Stoic superhuman. He does not seek safety or ease, but welcomes adversity as the training ground for his soul. It is only through hardship that true strength is forged. The body does not grow stronger without resistance. The mind does not become sharper without challenges. The Greek Stoics of history understood this deeply. They practiced voluntary hardship, sleeping on the floor, fasting, enduring cold, and exposing themselves to discomfort, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they knew that comfort breeds weakness and hardship breeds power. Today, people seek convenience at every turn. They avoid pain, chase temporary pleasure, and wonder why they feel lost, anxious, and weak. But the Stoic superhuman does the opposite. He deliberately seeks discomfort because he understands that resilience is built through struggle. If you want to become superhuman, you must begin by training yourself to welcome discomfort. Wake up early, push your limits, embrace solitude, and master self-discipline. Most people are slaves to their impulses. They reach for their phones the moment they feel bored. They eat junk food the moment they feel hungry. They give up the moment things get hard. But the Stoic superhuman resists these impulses. He delays gratification, he trains his willpower, and he becomes the master of his actions rather than a prisoner of his desires. The path to becoming superhuman is a lonely one because it requires you to rise above the masses, to do what others are unwilling to do. It requires absolute control over your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You cannot afford to be reactive, you must be proactive. The average person lets emotions dictate their actions, but the Stoic superhuman uses reason and logic to navigate every situation. He does not act out of anger, fear, or frustration, but from a place of absolute control. When insulted, he does not react. When faced with failure, he does not complain. When confronted with fear, he does not retreat. This level of control is what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." If you are not actively seeking challenges, you are weakening yourself. Every time you avoid a difficult task, every time you take the easy way out, you reinforce weakness in your mind. But every time you push through resistance, every time you face fear head-on, every time you embrace struggle, you build a mind that cannot be broken. The Stoic superhuman thrives where others collapse. He does not seek applause, validation, or comfort. His reward is in the discipline itself, in the pursuit of mastery, in the relentless sharpening of his mind. He understands that emotions are not the enemy, but unchecked emotions are. He trains himself to feel everything yet be controlled by nothing. Imagine a warrior in battle. He does not let fear consume him, nor does he allow anger to cloud his judgment. He remains calm, calculating, and precise. This is how the Stoic superhuman navigates life, not as a victim of his emotions, but as their master. Most people waste energy worrying about things outside their control. They stress over what others think, they fear the future, they regret the past. But the Stoic superhuman directs all his energy toward what he can control: his thoughts, his actions, his responses. He does not waste time on complaints or excuses. He knows that every moment spent in self-pity is a moment wasted. This mindset creates an unstoppable force. When life tests him, he does not break. When everything seems against him, he does not quit. When pain arrives, he does not run, he welcomes it as a teacher. This is what it means to be superhuman, to rise above suffering, to use every difficulty as fuel, to turn every obstacle into an advantage. The weak crumble under pressure, the Stoic superhuman sharpens himself through it. He understands that the greatest power lies in unshakable discipline. Discipline is what allows him to wake up early, to train relentlessly, to focus deeply, to control his thoughts, to resist temptation, and to build an indomitable character. Without discipline, greatness is impossible. Every day is a battle, and the Stoic superhuman treats it as such. He does not wait for motivation because he knows that motivation is fleeting. Instead, he builds habits so strong that even when he feels weak, his discipline carries him forward. He does not negotiate with himself. He does what needs to be done, no matter how he feels. This is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain average. The world rewards those who take control of themselves. If you can master your mind, you can master anything. If you can endure hardship, you can achieve greatness. If you can remain unmoved by failure, you can become unstoppable. The Stoic superhuman understands that success is not about luck or talent, but about relentless effort, self-control, and an unbreakable will. No matter what happens, he stands firm. He does not let external events dictate his emotions. He does not let fear hold him back. He does not let pain break him. He uses everything as fuel to become stronger. This is what it means to be truly superhuman, not in physical strength alone, but in mental fortitude, emotional resilience, and absolute mastery over oneself. The path is not easy, but that is precisely why so few walk it. And that is precisely why those who do become unstoppable. The choice is yours: remain ordinary, controlled by impulses and emotions, or rise above and become the master of your own fate. The world belongs to those who choose the latter.